Yo. Mic check, mic check. Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, man. Today, 100% UFC Reddit day. I haven't been on it for a solid minute. We're just gonna hop on there and see what everyone's talking about. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot about UFC Perth, UFC Brazil. Gilbert Burns versus Magny just got announced. Kai Kara France, I think he literally just said today that he's gonna be fighting on the Perth card. So yeah, man, let's get into it. Yeah, man, first thing, Gilbert Burns versus Magny, January 21st in Rio. Bro, honestly, this is gonna be a lit fight. I know Gilbert wanted to fight Jorge Masvidal. He wanted the Hamza rematch as well. He was basically putting himself out there for literally anyone to fight him. He wanted this fight really bad. Magny just beat D-Rod, so this is honestly a pretty quick turnaround for him. But hey, man, I'm really happy for Gilbert Burns. Gets to fight at home, fight in front of the home crowd, and honestly, he deserves it. Like I've been saying, he's been wanting a fight. He's like, yo, literally give me anyone, I'm ready to fight him. So shout out Gilbert Burns. I'm sure he's gonna be the favorite heading into the fight as well. I'm really looking forward to this one. Yo, fucking the UFC Reddit fucking goofy as hell, man. Yo, the comments are crazy. Same with Demetrius Johnson and me. Bro, you and DJ, go record for sure. Yo, so I didn't see they announced this fight. This is actually also gonna be a super lit fight. Honestly, for this fight, Drew Dober would have to wrestle, I feel like, because Bobby Green, legit best head movement in the UFC in my opinion. Bro literally just goes out there with his hands down and just dodges everything. Like, Bobby Green is absolutely 100% a certified psychopath. Drew Dober, legit, his nickname, as you guys can see, is the Crimson Chin. So he could literally eat any punch. So this is gonna be a super exciting fight. I hope it remains standing, because then it's gonna be a lit striking match. But honestly, if I was Drew Dober, why is it so hard to say? But honestly, if I was Drew Dober, I would just wrestle, just take Bobby Green down and just weigh on him, or try to get a submission. Because standing, I'm leaning towards Bobby Green just because his striking is ridiculous, dude. So this was actually trending on Twitter, although Twitter is a complete mess. That's a different conversation. But so if they do end up doing Francis versus John Jones in March, that'd be stupid lit. It would be super lit. But at the same time, I feel like they're rushing John Jones into the championship fight. I honestly thought that John Jones would have one fight like a Stipe or even like a Curtis Blades or some other heavyweight and then move on to Francis. I'm very surprised they're just giving Francis off rip, even though this isn't official by any means. But if they give him Francis right away, that's gonna be super interesting. Oh wow, so I didn't know this. I'm just scrolling through the comments, and apparently the UFC lowball Stipe. You guys can read this whole shit, but like, I'm very surprised the UFC. Yeah, I think right here this dude summarizes it perfectly, where dude's a great person, great dude. He's legit a firefighter and is the ultimate professional when it comes to the UFC. So it really does suck that the UFC is fucking him over. Stipe obviously doesn't really do the media shit. He's not really on social media like that. None of it. So, I mean, he doesn't do any of the promo antics or anything like that. So, but it really does suck that the UFC is kind of just putting him on the back burner and being like, hey, John Jones, fuck it. Fight literally anyone else. That sucks, man. Yeah, so I did see this tweet as well. Terrence McKinney called out Petty Pimblett for basically talking about other just random ass wrestlers. I believe it was like AEW wrestlers, and just talking shit to them, where Terrence has literally been calling for the Petty fight since forever. I honestly think I did some video a while back where I even said Terrence McKinney versus Petty Pimblett is definitely the fight to make. Obviously, from a business perspective, I feel like UFC's trying to build Terrence up, also build Petty up, especially in England, and then eventually they could have a super fight or something like that, given that they both keep doing what they're doing and keep winning, keep putting on great shows. But obviously, McKinney's like, yo, I don't want this fight. Like, just give me the fight now. I'm trying to fuck this dude up. And I guess to him, it seems like Patty's just avoiding him or ignoring him. Either way, though, Terrence McKinney versus Petty Pimblett will be such a lit fight. Like I said, UFC might be doing their whole business shit to make sure that they are built up properly and they do have a super fight. But I think even now, if they were to fight legit in Perth or fight in England under the Leon Edwards Usman card, it would be crazy. Well, here we go. Something about Volk in Perth. First of all, really looking forward to this fight. I think it's gonna be great. Secondly, I saw that he's been training with Craig Jones, who is like one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world, right? Probably like the second or third best, right behind Gordon Ryan. And then also on top of that, Volk's striking and his wrestling is so good. I 100% feel like Islam's gonna have a lot to deal with. Out of all the champions in the UFC currently, I would say Volk is the most well-rounded. He has a low center of gravity. He's like really just solid. He's literally like a boulder. He's a boulder that can actually fight, and he's good at striking, he's good at wrestling, and his fight IQ is off the charts. Like his last fight against Max Holloway, even his fight against the Korean Zombie, he put on an absolute clinic, completely just like whatever game plan Max or the Korean Zombie had for him, completely just unraveled. I know even for the Korean Zombie fight, everyone thought he'd be coming in with leg kicks because he likes to establish his leg kicks first before his boxing. But on that fight, he came in with the boxing first, had super aggressive hands, was leading with the jab, all of it. So not only is Volk such an amazing fighter, he's just very good with his game plan. He's very good at studying his opponent. And bro, this fight's gonna be lit. Bro, yes, 100% agree with this post. To this day, I remember whenever Tony Ferguson fought, prime Tony Ferguson, prime El Kukui, you know that the dude he was fighting, he was gonna leave the fight just completely cut up. Like Tony used to leave opponents, it was like you were in a sword fight. Like that's how crazy this dude was. He would just slice you up with the elbows, just knees, just do crazy shit. Even the armbar against Charles Oliveira, when Charles got him in the armbar and he didn't tap and he somehow lasted that shit. Dude, just watching it, I was like, bruh, how are you not tapping to this? But El Kukui, definitely the most violent lightweight on the planet for sure. Prime Tony Ferguson was just different, man. Honestly, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up with that. There honestly wasn't too much crazy shit on the UFC Reddit. But yeah, man, I'll be back with another video next week. This Saturday, there is no UFC event as far as I know. But next week, that Kevin Holland versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, that fight card is gonna be absolutely lit. I'm super excited for that card, which I will definitely cover next week, man. So with that, be sure to check out all the links in the bio. At least it's something I do. And yeah, man, with that, out of here. Peace.